Hello student, in today's session we will discuss the next advanced welding process, that is electron beam welding. Okay, so in this session we will discuss about what is mean by electron beam welding, what is the principle behind this, what are the advantages, what are the disadvantages, what are the limitations, and which material which we can join by the electron beam welding, what are the different parts that we required in a electron beam welding. So here the electron beam welding is a fusion welding process in which the beam of high velocity electrons is applied to the material to be joined. In electron beam welding, as the name itself suggested, that the electrons are used for the welding purposes, and it is a fusion welding, means the material will get melted, means temperature that reached in this welding process is up to the melting point of the base material. Okay, and in electron beam welding the high velocity electrons are used for the welding purposes. As we know that if any high velocity object is strike on any object, then heat will be generated. Here also high velocity electron will strike on a base material, and this kinetic energy of the high velocity electrons is converted into the heat, and the material get melted and welding will be done. So free electron in a vacuum can be accelerated with their path controlled by the electric and magnetic field. Means high velocity electron first of all generated in this welding process, then these electrons that we generated will get accelerated by some electric field, and after that the magnetic field is used to focus them. Okay, so this principle is used here. First step is generate the electrons, then these generated electrons get accelerated, means they provide the high velocity, and after that they need to focus on one point. These three steps will be done in a electron beam welding process. The narrow beam of electron carrying a high kinetic energy can be a form which upon collision with the atoms in a solid transform their kinetic energy into heat. As we discussed that the high velocity electron is focused, and after focusing that they will collide on a base material, and after the collision the kinetic energy of the electrons get converted into the heat. Okay, so this is the दोन्ही करायचं 107 Okay, the next step is how does the process will work, how this electron beam welding will be a work. So here in the electron beam welder, electrons are boiled off as the current passes through the filament in a vacuum enclosure. Means overall this procedure will conduct in a vacuum chamber, because if this process will work in an open environment, then surrounding particles or surrounding environment will affect on this process, and these electrons that we generated will get not accelerated and it will not get focused. So that this process should be done in a vacuum chamber. Okay, and how this electron will generated means in this process the supply of power or electric power supply, DC power supply is given to the cathode, and negative terminal is given to the cathode, positive terminal is given at anode, and when we apply the high voltage, then the tungsten filament is used as a electron gun. Tungsten filament is used as an electron gun, and when we apply the high voltage to the to the tungsten element, it get heated and its temperature is reaches to the 2500 degrees Celsius. When tungsten filament reaches to the 2500 degrees Celsius, it eliminates the electrons. So this is the process of the formation of the electrons. The electrons are emitted from the heated filament called as the electrode. Here the power supply, DC power supply is used. The negative terminal of the power supply is given to the tungsten filament and positive terminal is given to the anode. As we apply the voltage between them, then this tungsten filament get heated, and due to the heating, the electrons will emitted from this tungsten filament, and this filament is called the electrode. An electrostatic field is generated by negatively charged filament as a bias curve, and positively charged anode accelerate the electrons. As these electrons emitted from the tungsten filament, that is cathode, we need to accelerate it. How we can accelerate the electrons? The electrons are negatively charged. If we keep the anode near to the cathode, this negatively charged electron will attract towards the anode, because anode is a positively charged element and electron is a negatively charged element. If we keep the anode near to the cathode, then it will attract the electrons, and as we increase the voltage between the anode and the cathode, means if we provide the high voltage between anode and cathode, then they will get accelerated, and this acceleration or this velocity of the electron will depend on the amount of voltage that we used. Okay, and the velocity that obtained by that electrons, the velocity that obtained by the electrons is up to the 50 to 80% speed of the light. 50 to 80% speed of the light, and due to this higher velocity, the electrons consist of the kinetic energy. The electron beam are composed to the electron that are charged particle having the rest mass of the 9.1 into 10 raised to minus 31 kilogram. What is the mass of the electron? The mass of the electron is equal to 9.1 into 10 raised to minus 31 kilogram. And if we means, what is the formula for kinetic energy? Kinetic energy is equal to 1/2 into mv square, where m is the mass of the particle and v is the velocity of the particle. As this electron consists of 50 to 80% of the velocity of the light, then this high velocity particle consists of how much kinetic energy? Kinetic energy is equal to 1/2 mv square. So that amount of energy will contained by the electrons. The electrons are accelerated from the source of high voltage potential difference of 30 kilowatt to the 30 kilovolt to the 175 kilovolt between anode and cathode. How much electropotential difference we applied between anode and cathode? It is 30 kilovolt to the 175 kilovolt. As this voltage will change, then it will decide the velocity of the electrons. The stream of the electrons then passes through the hole in anode, means these electrons will accelerate towards the anode, and the beam is directed by the magnetic forces of focusing and the deflecting coils. When this electron get accelerated, then this accelerated electron will pass through the anode, and after that we need to focus it, and for the focusing purposes we use the magnetic forces, that is by focusing coil and the deflecting coil. We use the focusing coil and deflecting coil to focus the electrons. The beam is directed out of the gun column and strike on the workpiece. Once this electron get focused, then it will strike on a workpiece. The kinetic energy of the electrons is transferred to the heat upon by impact of the workpiece and cuts the perfect hole in a weld joint. Means this, when this high velocity electron or focused electron will strike on a base material, the kinetic energy that electrons consist, it get converted into the heat, and after get converted into heat, the material get melted. So this is the basic principle of the electron beam welding. This image will show how this setup is there. Here we say high voltage supply. Here is a cathode. Cathode is made up of the tungsten filament, and here is the anode. How this we can identify is the negative terminal is given to the cathode, the positive terminal is given to the anode, and when we provide the high voltage to the between anode and cathode, due to this high voltage the electrons get emitted from the cathode, and that electron that emitted from the cathode get accelerated by the anode, and due to here is anode, here is cathode. Here first of all electron will generate, and then this electron will accelerate towards the anode, and anode is means what is the purpose of the cathode? Cathode is, first of all, the cathode is made up of the tungsten filament, and purpose of the cathode is to provide to generate the or to produce the electrons. What is the purpose of the cathode? What is the purpose of the anode? The purpose of the anode is to accelerate the electrons, gives a high velocity to the electrons, and these accelerated electrons will pass through these holes of the anode. Once this high velocity electrons passes through the hole between this anode, then there is an adjustment coil. This adjustment coil, what is the function of this adjustment coil? This is used for the adjusting or focusing purposes. Okay, here is a vacuum pump, means overall this, if we consider this is overall part is enclosed, and overall this process or this equipment are in a vacuum chamber, because if there is a air particle or some environmental particles are present, that will affect on these electrons, and we cannot concentrate these electrons, that so that this process overall complete into the vacuum chamber. Here is focusing coil and deflection coil. The purpose of the focusing and deflection coils are to focus the electrons at the particular point, and after focusing, these high velocity electrons will impact on this workpiece. And these high velocity electrons get converted into the heat. Okay, so this is the basic principle. Electron gun. What are the different parts of this welding process? The first one is the electron gun. The electron beam is most often formed by the triode style electron gun under a high vacuum condition. Means this electron gun will kept into the vacuum environment to improve its performance, or it will not affect on the environmental condition. The grid cup, a specially shaped electrode can be a negatively biased with respect to the hot cathode emitter. Okay, here the shape of the cathode should be a cup shape, because when the electrons will generated, it will not get scattered. If the shape of the cathode is a cup shape, then the electrons that are generated will not get scattered, it will get focused towards the anode. That's why the shape of the cathode is a cup shape. And anode, a ground potential electrode through which electron passes in the form of collimated beam. Means, as we discussed, what is the function of the anode? Anode is used to accelerate the electrons. There are two types of the electrons gun. The first one is a self-accelerated, and another one is a work accelerated. What is mean by self-accelerated? The electrons are accelerated by applying the potential difference between the anode and cathode. Means that we have discussed that when we apply the potential difference between anode and cathode, then electrons will get accelerated, and it is called as a self accelerated, and another one is the work accelerated. What is mean by work accelerated? The potential difference is applied between workpiece and the anode. The potential difference is applied between a workpiece and anode. This is called the Dioide type, or it is called as a work accelerated electron gun. Now the next one is the focusing of the electron beam. What is the purpose of the focusing of the electron gun, electron beam, or how we can focus the electron beam? It has a two parts: electron focusing lens and deflection coil. As we discussed, there are two types of the coil. The first one is the focusing lens and the another one is the deflection coil. Okay, the electron focusing lens focus the beam into the work area. Means what is the function of the focusing lens? The function of the focusing lens is that it will focus the electrons on the work area. The deflection coil positioned below the magnetic lens, means this deflection coil is placed below the focusing coil, can be employed to bend the beam, thus providing the flexibility to move the focus beam spot. As focusing coil is used to focus the electron beam, then deflection coil is used to move this focus coil. Means suppose this is a, here first of all we are applying the electron beam at that place at here, and after that we need to apply this electron beam here also. So by using a deflection coil we can deflect this beam. Okay, so this is the function of the deflection coil. The next one is the vacuum chamber. As we discussed that overall procedure of electron beam welding will be this overall procedure will be conducted in a vacuum chamber. Vacuum chamber. The vacuum in a gun region is needed to maintain the gun component cleanliness. What is the purpose of the, see here in this image, or in this image we discussed there are three regions. First one is the working chamber, the first one is the beam generation, second one is the beam forming and guidance, and the third one is the working chamber. As overall procedure or overall process will divide it into three parts. The first one is the beam generation, the second region is the beam forming and guidance, and the third chamber is the working chamber. So here what is the function of the vacuum chamber in a first region, that is generation of the beam? In this chamber the function of the vacuum is for the cleanliness, prevent the filament oxidation, and impeded high pressure short circuit between the cathode and anode filament and the grid curve. Means the function of vacuum chamber in a first region is that to make the cleanliness of the filament, avoid the oxidation, and impeded the high pressure short circuit between the cathode and the anode. Okay, so this is the function of the vacuum chamber in a first region. Steps in a electron beam welding process. What are the steps in a electron beam welding process? The first one is a joint preparation, means we need to make the circuit complete. Then cleaning of the workpiece. The main function is that the workpiece should be get cleaned properly, means surface preparation and the edge preparation is necessary in this case. Then fixing the workpiece. This process is fully automated process. The electron beam welding is a fully automated welding process, and here the workpiece is placed in a vacuum chamber so that it get fixed. The workpiece get fitted on a fixture, so that fixing of the workpiece is necessary in this case. Demagnetization of the workpiece. Demagnetization, because the workpiece that we are need to weld together, it should be get demagnetized. If this workpiece is magnetized, then it will, or working of the electron beam welding process will not done properly, or it will affects on the focusing of the electron beam. That's why demagnetization of the workpiece is necessary. setting of the workpiece in a chamber. Once the workpiece is fixed in a fixture, then it will be settled in a workpiece chamber. Pump down the air from the chamber. We need to remove the air, or we need to create the vacuum in a chamber and carry the welding process, and after that welding process should be a carry on. So these are the different steps in a welding process. Process parameter. What are the different major process parameter in a electron beam welding? The first one is the accelerating voltage. The potential difference between two electrodes, which is usually expressed in a kilovolt, being utilized to accelerate and increase the energy of the electron. Increase the voltage result in increase the speed of the electrons. This equation can be used to calculate the acceleration of the electrons using the equation integration of minus dV by dx is equal to me into a. So me is the mass of the electron, a is the acceleration of the electron, and d is the voltage, x is the distance. Okay. So when we apply the high potential difference between the anode and the cathode, the electrons will generated. Okay, and also these high velocity, these high potential voltage difference between anode and cathode will decide the speed of the electrons, because as the voltage will increase, then also we can increase the speed of the electron. Okay. The next one is the beam current. The beam current is measure of the quantity of the charge, that is number of electrons, usually expressed in a unit of the millimeter ampere, that flow per unit time in an electron beam. What is mean by the current? Current is the flow of electrons. It means the high velocity electrons used in an electron beam welding is the current or beam current in this process. So there is a close relation between an electron beam current and the depth of penetration, as the graph. Means the depth up to which that electron beam will penetrate will depend on the current. As the current increases, means as the high current will flow, means number of electrons will increase. What is the relation here? As the potential or voltage between potential difference between anode and cathode will increase, then the speed of the electrons will increase, and as the speed of the electrons is increased, means current will increase, and as the current is increased, then the depth of the penetration of the beam will be increased. The next one is the welding speed. Welding speed, higher the welding speed result into a lower depth penetration. As the welding speed is high, then the depth of penetration, means the electron beam will penetrate at the lower depth, and as the speed will low, then the penetration or depth of the penetration will be high. Okay, so this is the relation between the welding speed and the penetration. Then beam focusing. As we discussed, there is a focusing coil and a deflection coil. The function of the focus coil to focus the electron, and deflection coil is to, means here is the spot of the welding, and if we want to this spot focus here, then the deflection coil is used for that purposes. Principle of the depth penetration. See here, the depth penetration will be depend on the focusing, then the voltage difference and the focusing coil. Okay. The impact of the high energy electron beam on a workpiece surface, the penetration depth into the workpiece is very low, just a few micrometer. Most of the kinetic energy is released in the form of the heat. Means that amount of the amount of kinetic energy is converted into depth of penetration also, and it is also converted into the heat also. But most of the energy is converted into the heat also. The high energy density at the impact point cause the metal to evaporate, thus allowing the electrons deeper penetration. Means as this focused electron will focus on one place, after that the material get melted and it will increase the penetration depth also. This finally leads to metal evaporate cavity, which is surrounded by the shell of the fluid metal covering the entire weld, the capillary action result into the formation of the weld. Here the capillary action will be takes place in a electron beam welding process. Which type of the joint we can prepare by the electron beam welding? Here the butt joint can be prepared by the welding. Then T joint will prepare. See here there are two. Here is a single T. Here is 2T. Then the T butt joint. T plus butt joint will be prepared. And after that lap joint will be prepared by the electron beam welding. So what are the advantages of the electron beam welding? Here are some advantages mentioned below. The thin and thick plates welded. The thickness of the plate from 0.1 millimeter to the 300 mm can be welded by the electron beam welding. This is the advantages of the electron beam welding. Extremely narrow seam means as the focus of the electron beam is very high, means it is narrow, the focusing is very narrow, that's why heat affected zone should be less and it will avoid the distortion of the base material. Then the low overall heat input. As the beam is focused on a specific area, then the amount of heat will generated only that area, then other part will remain unaffected. That's why this is the advantages of the electron beam welding. High welding speed is possible. If the material that we need to joint having a low thickness, then the welding speed of the component is high, that we can be achieved. No shielding gas is required. As the overall procedure is conducted into the vacuum chamber, so shielding gas is not required to avoid the oxidation of the base material. High process and the plant efficiency. The efficiency means process efficiency also and plant efficiency also high in a case of electron beam welding. The material dependent often only the welding method. Means if we see here, the large range of the workpiece can be joined by the electron beam welding. So these are the some advantages of the electron beam welding. Then at atmosphere, very high welding velocity, good gap bridging, no problem with reflection during the energy entry into the workpiece. Then what are the disadvantages of the electron beam welding? If we conduct the electron beam welding in vacuum, then what are the different disadvantages of the electron beam welding? That the electric conductivity of the material is required. High electric conductivity material is required for the electron beam welding. High cooling rate. The cooling rate is high if we conduct this procedure in a vacuum, and as the cooling rate is high, then hardening of the base material will be done, and as the hardening is done, then there will crack will be produced in a base material. Okay, high precision of the seam preparation. High precision is required to prepare the seam or to prepare the welding. So this is the disadvantages. Beam may be deflected by the magnetism. As we see that before start the welding process, we need to make the base material as a demagnetization of the base material is necessary. If the demagnetization of the base material will not done, then it will be affect, so that beam may be deflected by the magnetism. The beam that we produce will get deflected by this base material. X-ray formation. As this overall procedure is conducted into the vacuum and electrons will generated, at the same time the X-ray formation will, there is a chances of formation of the X-rays in electron beam welding. Okay, the size of the workpiece is limited by the chamber size. Okay, the size of the workpiece is limited by the chamber size, means the size of the component that we need to joint or need to weld is limited, because overall procedure is conducted into the vacuum chamber, and as the size of the vacuum chamber will decide the size of the workpiece that can be welded. High investment. The investment that we require for this welding process is the high, because this process is The instrument cost also and the preparation of the vacuum is also high. That's why the investment cost of this process is the high. And if we conduct this process in atmosphere, then what are the disadvantages? X-ray will be a form, limited steel thickness, means if we conduct this welding process in a open environment, then only the thickness of the base metal up to 10 mm can be joined, high investment and a small working distance. So these are the some disadvantages of the electron beam welding. So which are the different material that can be joined by the electron beam welding? Almost all the steel material that can be joined by the electron beam welding. What is mean by steel? That is low carbon steel, medium carbon steel, high carbon steel, or different types of the steel can be joined by the electron beam welding. Then aluminum and its alloy. Aluminum and its alloy can be easily joined by this welding process. Magnesium alloy, copper and its alloy, titanium, tungsten, gold, material combination, that is copper and the steel, bronze steel and the ceramics, that are easily joined by the electron beam welding. So these are the different materials that can be joined by the electron beam welding. Okay. So what are the applications of the electron beam welding? Mostly used in joining the refractory materials like columbium, tungsten and the ceramics. High precision welding of the electron component, means the precision that we obtain in this welding process is high. Why here is the precision is high? Because the heat affected zone is narrow, or heat affected zone is very small in the case of electron beam welding. That's why we obtain the precise welding. High precision welding of the nuclear fuel element. Okay, means for the nuclear power plants also this welding is used. Special alloy component of the jet engine, means the special component or special alloy that are used for the jet engine can be easily joined by the electron beam welding. Pressure vessels of the rocket, the pressure vessels that are used in a rocket are welded by this electron beam welding. Joining of the dissimilar metals. Dissimilar metals also be joined by the electron beam welding. And the welding of the titanium medical implant, means the joining of the titanium and medical implant can be joined by the electron beam welding. So these are the different applications of the electron beam welding. So what we have discussed in today's session, what is mean by electron beam welding, how we can generate the electron, what are the different parts of the electron beam welding process, how these parts or parameter will affect on the welding, what are the advantages of the electron beam welding, what are the disadvantages of the electron beam welding, and what are the applications of the electron beam welding, that we have discussed in today's session. So it is enough for today's session. We will discuss the next part in next lecture.